What if you could never feel fear? Not brave, not good at hiding it, but completely, biologically incapable of feeling afraid. No racing heart, no cold sweat, no urge to run. There are real people who live this way right now, and their lives reveal something deeply strange about what fear actually is. It feels like a question biology should have answered by now, and in one sense, it has. There is a single structure deep in your brain about the size of an almond that decides, in milliseconds, whether you survive. The structure is called the amygdala. The name literally comes from the Greek word for almond. You have two of them, one on each side of your brain. Each one is roughly the size of a grape, and together, they form the brain's alarm system. This isn't new. The amygdala is one of the oldest parts of the human brain. Creatures with an amygdala have been around for over 200 million years. Even lizards have one. That tells you something important. Whatever the amygdala does, evolution decided it was worth keeping. Now, here's where the story gets unsettling. There is a rare genetic condition called Urbach-Wiethe disease. It causes calcium, essentially chalk, to slowly build up inside the amygdala, hardening it, and eventually destroying it completely. It affects fewer than 300 people worldwide, and among those 300, scientists found someone extraordinary. She is referred to in scientific literature simply as SM. Her amygdala was completely destroyed by the disease. Researchers at the University of Iowa studied her for decades. They showed her snakes and spiders. She approached them with curiosity. They took her to a haunted house. She laughed and tried to scare the actors. They played her terrifying film clips. She watched, unbothered. In her entire adult life, she cannot recall a single moment of feeling afraid. And yet, she is not numb. She feels joy, sadness, love, anger, just not fear. Her case became one of the most important in all of neuroscience. So what exactly does the amygdala do? Think of it as a threat detector, one that runs constantly in the background, scanning everything you see, hear, and feel for anything that might kill you. When it spots something dangerous, it fires off a signal before you are even consciously aware of it. That signal travels two paths at once. The first path goes to your body. Your heart rate jumps. Your pupils dilate. They widen to let in more light. Blood rushes into your muscles. Stress hormones flood your bloodstream. All of this happens in under 100 milliseconds, faster than you can snap your fingers. The second path goes to your conscious brain, the part of you that thinks, reasons, and decides. This path is slower. By the time you consciously think, "That's a snake," your body has already been running the fear response for a quarter second. This is called the low road, the brain's fast, automatic shortcut to survival. The amygdala also does something else crucial. It flags memories as emotionally important. When something scary happens, the amygdala essentially stamps that memory. Remember this, it nearly killed you. That's why phobias are so hard to shake. The amygdala burned that memory in deep. For SM, none of that burning ever happened. Without the amygdala, incoming threats just arrive. There is no alarm, no emergency cascade of hormones, no racing heart. The information arrives at the thinking brain, but it arrives naked, stripped of urgency. SM can understand that a snake is dangerous. She just cannot feel it. Knowing and feeling, it turns out, are two completely different things. And the amygdala is the bridge between them. But here's where SM's story takes a genuinely strange turn. In 2013, researchers decided to try something different. They gave SM a dose of CO2 gas to inhale. CO2 at high concentrations triggers a suffocation signal in the body, a pure, raw physical alarm that doesn't need the amygdala at all. SM panicked. For the first time in her recorded life, she felt afraid. This shattered a long-held assumption that the amygdala is the only source of fear. Turns out, there are fear circuits the amygdala doesn't control. The brainstem, the most ancient part of your brain, can generate panic too. It's a backup system, a deeper emergency switch. So fear is not one thing. It's a family of responses, spread across multiple systems in your brain, wired together by evolution over hundreds of millions of years. SM's case also revealed something darker. Without fear, she was repeatedly victimized. She was held at knife point. She was threatened. She was assaulted. Each time, she didn't run because her brain never told her to. Fear, it turns out, is not a weakness. It's a guardian. But the story has one more layer. People who grew up in high-stress, dangerous environments show measurable changes in amygdala size and reactivity. More threat exposure early in life. Bigger, more reactive amygdala. More false alarms. More anxiety. More fear of things that can't hurt you. Your childhood shaped the very hardware of your fear system. The amygdala doesn't just react to the world, it is shaped by it. Every scare, every threat, every close call, leaving a trace, in you, in everyone. The almond remembers even when you don't. So go back to the question at the start. What if you could never feel fear? SM showed us it's not freedom, it's exposure. Without the amygdala, the world doesn't get safer. You just stop knowing it's dangerous. That tiny structure in your skull is not holding you back. It's keeping score. Every dangerous thing you've encountered and survived, your amygdala cataloged it. So that next time, you hesitate. So that next time, the snake doesn't win. The fear you feel is not a flaw in your design. It is the design. That almond-shaped cluster of neurons in your brain is older than the mountains. It was there before language, before civilization, before you. And without it, as SM proved, you are not fearless. You are simply undefended.